Here's what Ted Cruz says.
How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles?
Okay, thank you, Ted Cruz. Dude, oh my God. If that is not the generational Freudian slip, if that is not the Freudian slip clip of a century, Ted Cruz is just the gaffe of all gaffes. Now, let's put this in perspective, okay? Because Ted Cruz, I feel like Ted Cruz is like the king of gaffes. He's got a long history. Remember, his state was suffering after storms, their power grid goes down, and where was Ted Cruz? He's off going to Cancun. Look at him. He's like, I'm not worried about my constituents. Notice he is wearing a mask, guys. I think that's something we should notice. He is wearing a mask. Okay, these guys, they all got the vaccine. They had parties that required vaccines. You know, RFK Jr.'s, he had a birthday party that required vaccines. He blamed it on his wife, Cheryl Hines. But these guys, they wore the masks. They got the vaccine. They diss college and they send all their kids to Ivy League. Okay? They are the biggest hypocritical bunches. But Ted Cruz, he's always committing a gaffe. He puts the foot right in the mouth. Now, the other Ted Cruz moment is his daughter. Oh my God, this one is one for the ages. Watch his daughter's reaction here to him talking about Trump.
And I hope and pray that Donald Trump will be reelected as president of the United States.
You see that? The look on his daughter about Trump, and then she tells her mom, why are you clapping? Stop clapping. Favorite clip, dude. His daughter, we are all Ted Cruz's daughter. Here's another one. Right? Dude, look at him. What is he doing? He's trying to make out with his daughter, and she's like, dude, get the fuck away from me, you fucking weirdo. He is creepy, dude. He is smarmy.
Do you think you can win here, Ted?
Are you taking off?
Yeah, they're going with me.
Hey, let's hop out of the way.
We're taking her.
Ow!
Dude! She's like,
Are you taking off?
Yeah, they're going with me.
Hey,
dude.
We're taking her.
Good jump. Good jump.
Dude. Yeah, she fucking hates him. We don't even know what he did. Like, who knows what the history behind that is. But she fucking hates him.
I'm going to tell you what I really think of Donald Trump. This man is a pathological liar.
Huh.
He doesn't know the difference between truth and lies. He lies practically every word that comes out of his mouth. The man is utterly amoral. Morality does not exist for him.
Yeah. So I have to ask you, because, you know, I'm married to a Cuban man. Mm-hmm. I frankly don't know how you get over your wife being called ugly. I don't know how you get over those kind of calumnies against your father. But you obviously have gotten over it. Today you sing a very different tune. So tell us, were you lying then or are you lying now?
Yeah, that's a loaded question there. Look,
I think a lot of people have the same.
Dude, that's a loaded question. I think that's a fair question. Like, because if you're being honest there, that he's immoral, he's a pathological liar, he's a fucking degenerate, how are you now kissing his ass, polishing the knob, stroking the D there, fucking TC, right? You are either lying now or you were lying back then. So which is it?
Question there.
Look, it's for father. But you obviously have gotten over it. Today you sing a very different tune. So tell us, were you lying then or are you lying now?
Yeah, that's a loaded question there. Look,
I think a lot of people have the same question. It's a very different Ted Cruz that we're seeing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Would you not agree that that's very different Ted Cruz than today's Ted Cruz?
What I would say is this. In 2016, we had a primary where Donald Trump and I beat the living crap out of each other. I'll tell you, Heidi laughed when he said that. My father laughed. By the way, my dad didn't just kill Kennedy. He's got Jimmy Hoffa buried in the backyard. It was idiotic. And
We went after each other, and at the end of the day, he won, and I had a decision to make in November of 2016. He'd been elected president. I got a responsibility to represent 30 million Texans.
Yeah, so you made a decision to support an amoral, pathological liar, and how did that help your 30 million Texans that you represent exactly? Right? He did it for the people.
I could have decided my feelings are hurt. I'm going to take the ball and go home and not do my job. But if I was prepared to do that, I better be prepared to resign from my job because I have a responsibility. So what I did is I went and said, listen, we have an opportunity to make a difference for this country, and I want to roll up my sleeves and lead the fight to actually deliver on promises. We were talking to...
So he... Just think about that, guys. He said the reasoning is he wants to take care of the Texans. Hold on. He's got a responsibility to the people. Ted Cruz does when they're without power and they're storm ravaged. His responsibility is to take care of them from the beach in Cancun. But he said he's got to deliver for them. But like, dude, how are you going to deliver for them with a pathological, amoral liar? How is that guy? That guy's never going to come through for your people. That guy's going to promise you shit and renege. That guy's going to require you to do things, and then he's probably going to pull the bottom out. Like, dude, I mean, this guy is a fucking degenerate liar. We know it. Ted Cruz is a scumbag. But today, of all of that, guys, today, or well, yesterday, he commits the biggest gaffe ever. Okay, this is, and I mean, it's so fitting. Okay, it's so fitting. And I love how the Lincoln Project said a generational Freudian slip because of all the clips. You remember? It was Ted Cruz who liked adult material from his political account. Remember that? Hold on. I don't want to look this up because I don't want to get banned. Here it is. Is way back when Ted Cruz liked a porn video on Twitter. His personal account when he was a senator. It was a while ago. Okay. It was, I mean, it was a pretty decent video. I'll give him that. This is Ted Cruz. But here's what he said this time. You ready? Now we have the Epstein Files being battled over. We have a government shutdown that no doubt is happening because of the Epstein Files. 𝗙𝗪𝗓𝗏's daughter, he passed away. She won the election. She is the 218th vote in the House to pass that discharge petition and to force a vote on releasing the Epstein Files to put everybody on the record. It is the Trump-Epstein shutdown. And in the middle of this, here's what Ted Cruz says.
We should have bipartisan agreement. How about we all come together and say, let's stop murders? How about we all come together and say, let's stop rape? How about we all come together and say, let's stop attacking pedophiles? I want you to look at what happened when the National Guard went to D.C. Robbery fell by 57%. Homicide fell by 58%. Sex abuse fell by 40%. Those are real results. And Detective Pemberton?
Dude, he didn't fucking... He just went straight by, dude. Oh, my God. He didn't even correct himself. Okay? He didn't even correct himself. Now, what's funny about this is again, he will vote to keep the Epstein list hidden. But I do want to address his little chart here or whatever, because yes, if we put guys carrying AR-15s on every street corner in a city, okay, the crime will move. I don't think the crime is going to disappear, right? The crime will move, okay? If you put tanks on every street corner, the crime won't happen in front of the tank, but it will move to a different part of the city. But it won't get rid of crime. It's not going to solve crime. But here's the crazy thing, is the amount of money that they spent to put those National Guard guys on the corner for a couple of months, they could have taken those millions and helped eradicate poverty in neighborhoods, and crime really would reduce like crazy. And in fact, putting the military on the street corner is not a long-term, sustainable crime-reducing strategy. Okay? It's theater, the same way that like bulldozing a homeless encampment does not end homelessness. It just moves them. And now you've taken away all their possessions. And now they're more desperate and they've been moved. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.